Having that map sort of slip away from them, starting on the attack is going to be good. Like having the ability to set the pace, and that pace is going to be high tempo. For now, though, it's more of a spot. Jonah P's just looking for information, but he's taken the head clean off Divide. Not the man I expected to be going first, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, last map, we saw him go first, and it was a disastrous round, but at least finding a 4K. The A site taken by PRX, at least they'll trade out the life of a man for the site control. Losing out on that Fade utility hasn't stopped them putting boots on the ground. But the retake from G2, quite quick. Paranoia is absolutely perfect. Something still gets away with one, and the nade is slowing them down. Nice disruption from PRX to start this off.
Jonah P! He's just taken over! 3 headshots already, that Sheriff in his hand. It's looking like it has aim lock, looking for a little bit more, but the trade backs are still good. It might be all on Jonah P, a 4th in the round, and finally he's put down! PRX actually did very well, and they forced. They're going straight into the B site. They have got guns to play with, looking for those SMGs, and well, already speak about the pistols, but the trade from Trent gives them the advantage, and he backs away.
He's doubled up, still has a Prowler to work with. Icy needs to keep control over Heaven. He's under pressure. Something already up close. They know that he's there, and the swing in from Leaf.
It is PRX. Maybe they do it again. Oh. Well, one of the only investments, other than pistols, is that Marshall.
They've still gone for the Sheriffs, though. You know, even though things haven't been going their way, PRX are not going to lose their mojo. Still coming in, an opening pick towards the A site. Weapon on the floor. I actually think that was a Phantom, too, because there was a lot more upgrades than you might have thought in the last couple seconds before the barriers went up. Trent does well to manage the numbers of PRX. The Prowlers cleared out a lot of close space. They'll get back towards the stairs, but they're conscious that someone could already be close.
Yeah, he's kind of good with the Bulldog, you know? He's kind of good with it. Valorant.
All 3.
It's not going to overface. Not really any need to. Icy already reclaiming a little bit of ground. Something does have the gun, but he's desperately low on health.
You're dead.
Actually, it's Divide to go down behind him. That is...
Sees nade.
Here.
Yeah, a troublesome position now. Something needing... Oh, maybe one of the craziest plays with how low he is. Having the rifle's not even that much of a hit, because a single bullet will leave him down in the dirt. And well, Mindfreak's done well. That's at least a first.
Still hinging on something, and especially with Mindfreak going down. Once he finds the first, that's where things should stop. They haven't cleared him just yet, but, well, now he's been seen. Taken down, and the upgrade's just fine for G2. 3 players surviving. Phantom to be taken through to the next round. Some Bulldogs as well. A Bulldog inside of tree. Spam already going to light up Jing a little bit and slow down the rest of the squad in clearing out that space. Slowing down PRX is something not a lot of players can do. He's just getting all the walls lit up, turning them into Swiss cheese, but PRX have waited out the spams.
And in fact, they're going to fall back off it. Maybe just wanting to set up Mindfreak, but no. It's in fact just a ruse. No aggression on the other side. They've also baited out that they could have taken some tree control, and they are just going to full sprint their way towards the other side of the map. Now, it has been spotted. The deep turret gives Leaf the information, and they do have Nightfall to play with, so that's the other thing. It's possible that they're just going to look to play this as a retake, but instead, especially after the utility goes down, just going to fall back. I say that, still within the site, who hasn't been spotted again. It's Danger Man Jonah P.
Yeah. Sat in the smoke, waiting for it to fade. It's going to be a duel between himself and Jing, and it's Jonah P to win it, and double up! Devi's gone too! That should have been the trade, and instead, Forsaken as an impossible task. 4 players coming his way, and nade used alongside a reveal. They know roughly where he is, and now the rest of the util comes in. The C's saved until they had the information. That's an absolutely gorgeous play, and a solid economy farming round for G2.
Thought of response, and well, with how many rounds they've lost in a row, the loss bonus is there. Bladestorm available for something. Let's hope this is the start of something.
Is that Trent opening the door? He's trying to spot how many players are outside. And now he hears the steps up close, so a little bit late. But that could have been something. Still something to be afraid of on the side of PRX. You can see them taking their time and closing the distance. They've heard the reload. They know there's another wave of spams about to go, and they think they've bypassed it, but there's still someone covering it on the walk through. They've seen that one man of something has already crossed. Nightfall to be used, but something's around the back. He's gotten closer than expected. Icy covering it from up top, though. Now they maintain their control, slow the push from PRX, send them in the other direction, but Jonah P waiting as usual on a sliver of HP, and he triples up Devi, the last man standing. Another unbelievable round from G2. They barely break a sweat unless Devi can turn up the heat, and he doesn't know that there's a player sneaking right around behind him.
They've got the spike as well. It was irrelevant whether or not
These players hit by Nightfall, running the other direction. They're thinking he's going to jump on the box. He's low HP. No, he just wide swings them again and again. Gorgeous play. And 5-0 for a reason. G2 are looking unbelievable. PRX struggling to get even a round on the board just yet. A rifle for something and pistols to back them up. This is the kind of round where they have so far done the most damage. We'll see if that carries through and converts to a round win.
I think the Nightfall overdrive, it's a pretty nasty combo.
Yep.
But then again, look at the position that Trent is playing in. Like, just consider that right now. He is literally just playing full retake. They've got the Viper's Pit down on one side. They know that in these moments, there you go. They've expected the Nightfall. As said, sometimes it really does look like PRX are just reading from the hymn sheet of the opponents because they've used their ult. It's not really gained anything, and G2 are very happy to play the retake.
Yep. They were ready for this from the get-go. One flank position from Forsaken, though, that could catch them off guard. Look at that. He's got a nasty angle. He hears the steps, and Jonah P, a taste of his own medicine. Dropped from behind. A rifle to be recovered. PRX with a stance to fight from. Jing's caught off. The finger gun's not doing the damage. They'll concede the space, let them down the stairs, and fight them on the site, but Leap wins that one too. Now looking for control over Tree. They'll find it for free. It's Maine. They've got a fight, and the swing is good with Leap getting his third of the round. It's another successful defensive side already guaranteed to be equal at the half.
Very little effect. It was more the lack of information that gave them that sight. Operator in for something is an attempt at a change.
Yeah, the thing is, though, that it's not like there's been big peaks coming out of G2. They're very happy to sit back and let PRX push into them. Lockdown in play. Jonah P. Again, the positioning was perfect, but he positioned himself right in front of Devi's spray.
Again, good isolation of the jaw, but at least PRX have managed to keep this one even. One of the better opportunities they've had. Now, it's going to split the defense quite a bit more. Showstopper is available for Icy. So again, if they wanted to, they could lean further into these retakes, but you can see Valorant is just going to be jump spotting. Now, all he's looking for is information, which he should get now, and there you go. And I think that may, I'll have to wait and see, eventually switch the position of where Trent's playing.
If Leaf swings this and they get the kill, they will run back in the other direction. In fact, they're going to do it anyways. Something. Now moving through to re-clear this space. He hasn't gotten the peak he wanted. The patience of G2 is commendable, to say the least. This swing, yes, it works out. Icy's down, but the trade attempt is there. Down to the shorty, closing the distance. Something playing a crazy game, upgraded to the rifle, downgraded perhaps, and Leaf doubles it up, keeps it doable for their side. And Trent, Mindfreak knows he's up close, but now the info goes both ways. The spray comes close. Mindfreak on the adjustment for the double. The first.
Instead, though, the defense have got aggressive on both sides of the map.
Usually you talk about the push and the pull, but this was just the push. PRX found themselves the pick. It's being traded out on the other side. C-site left for a retake. Nano's broken already, one activated. We'll slow them down, section them off, but actually, I love this. I adore this. A little bit of damage done. Jing and Forsaken now decently low, but the plant will come through. PRX have some ground to fight from.
Yeah, Trent's trying to sell the ruse.
Here we
Nade
go.
one side. He's been denied. Well, denied the ult. Maybe not denied the kills. Icy still going strong. Sees to the backside. We'll let them know that there's at least was no one there. And the rest of the team just looking to push together. It's all going to be on to one. And while Devi, try as he might, won't manage to get anything.
Yeah, they might have hit him with the knife, but he stopped the show himself.
Or they made it into the VCT. There was conversations about, could this team just beat them anyway?
Yeah.
I think that was answered fairly quick. PRX again down to a shoddy by 3 pistols, a couple of Guardians. We haven't quite seen those same hero plays that we've wanted to, at least. There was 1 or 2 on the previous map, but I guess Mindfreak's double is about the best we've had so far. He did get them their first round. Now an attempt to just walk through, and well, that's going to be revealed. Solid utility, maybe not the gun for it, or maybe it is. Maybe I'm wrong. I take it back. Somehow Chen's made that work. Well, he's finally put down. Too little, too late.
Well, you say that. Maybe don't count Devi out just yet. 45 seconds. He's got himself a rifle now. His HP quite low. The chance for a big play. PRX needs something. I think they'll take any chance they can get, but look at G2. We talk about the discipline. Good attempt by Devi.
They have looked incredibly strong. As said, on the first map, PRX were in it at a point, and then the adaptations came in. At this point, it seems like G2 have been ready from the get-go.
And G2 are adapting again. Aggressive push-up on B. They hear that A main control, and they realize it's just going to be the same old playbook. They're taking control, taking tree, and fighting sight. And that early flank is catching them off. No one's ready for it. Look at Mindfreak. He's staring forward. Jing's just about spotted them. And he will manage to at least do damage, making it doable for Mindfreak, who's grabbed the double. But again, the trades keep swinging in the other direction.
So good.
Thanks to players like Jonah P. I don't understand how he does it again and again. Devi now has it all to do. He's got the right gun for the job. Gonna try to brr them out of this one, but it's gonna be difficult. Nice lineup. Good spam, but they're going right back. They're playing the same game. Diffuse already past half, and it's too far gone. The spray might be good for 1.
Jumped
the final, right?
Yeah.
It was OTs and
13-15, 14-16, then they won 13-9 and lost it.
Yep.
This team is
number 2 on a
there.
technicality.
Yeah, and after their performance at the last international,
yep,
even less so. They have looked incredibly good.
But this is just every single round, man. It's just clean. The ideas, the executions. Nobody is greedy on this squad. Everyone's just playing it for the numbers to win the game, and that's all you can ask for.
Valen starts it off. Will be a trade, but he's taken a lot of damage. A more direct approach this time from PRX, but I'm going to sound like a broken record. These retakes have been stellar. Something's trying to get ahead of it. I really don't mind him pushing up, trying to fight more aggressively. They haven't been able to hold, but again, an impactful double from Jonah P. He's left to fight this alone. Oh, it's a bit of a wide swing, but they'll peek it together and do it. In fact, that's what I want to see.
You want to see Paper Thin in the street doing a ritual?
Yes, that's what it is.
All right, we'll see if we can arrange that.
That's the content I desire.
All right, well, I think you might be the only one. No way he's going straight through it. There's no way. Jonah P's positioning has been unbelievable. Trent, I love you, man.
Okay, he got
gorgeous play. Yes, he did, but look at the position of Leaf at this point.
No, he's going to get revealed.
Okay, he's revealed. He's revealed. He has to break it. Now they know. Now the flash goes through.
Good
gorgeous.
flash.
Okay, there's the reaction from PRX and the follow-up from Forsaken and Devi. Now they're hitting their stride.
All right,
it might be a little late. Not to lose 4 players to Jonah P's headshots.
You know what? He doesn't have a sheriff this time, so I'm not a believer. Already, though. Well, yeah, see, it's not a sheriff. It's not quite as controlled, aggressive from the defensive side. They've met them outside B, and well, just about going to be the retreat. Keeps things even, but neither team is shying away from this. They want to fight. And well, maybe I was wrong. Jonah P with a double. It's not going to be 4, you know, not possible. But it's still pretty good. Last man standing something. Wow. I believed in the post plants of G2 throughout the entirety of these series. And I don't think I'm going to start to not believe now.
No, I don't really care what the number is for Jonah P. He needs a raise. He's putting in the goddamn work at this point. Trent with a Bulldog, Trent with an Odin, didn't matter. I'm becoming a fan of this team very quickly.
Are you just trying to get the whole team a raise? Is that the goal?
At this point, Tom, you disagree? It's been unbelievable, and although something grabs 1, that...
Stingers with no shields or light shields. It's just not worth it, so... It is just going to have to be the hard eco. Jing, a solo sheriff. And although, yeah, if they do lose this round, it will be a massive jinx. The way that G2 have been playing, I would be gobsmacked if they lose this round.
Absolutely. Yeah, they have been so disciplined. The teams that lose these rounds tend to be much more loosey-goosey, taking risks. Now you can see that on the side of PRX, they're willing to group up and do a little exec play. All the util thrown outside of A at Rubble. All the dashes used, the space taken, and there's no one here. Now they've got to go to the other side of the map, which is wide open. Typically, you'll have your Sentinel on this side when you go for those big gamble plays, at least getting you the information early. PRX will struggle with that, as they don't have one.
Already. They're just set up, watching for the door. Well, something. He's going to be met by Leaf. It's only a pistol player, so not the end of the world, but we'll garner him an extra orb at least. For the rest, yeah, they've dropped a couple of players. This really isn't bad! Where did that come from? Again, Forsaken. Giving them at least a life. There's time for this. Like, they're going to have to move quickly, and they're desperately low. Valen, a safe pair of hands, but not this time! All right, then. Maybe the caster curse does exist, because somehow they've managed to win that round.
Unbelievable. 42 HP between them as well. MasterCard through.
They win with 2 players standing. It's the most PRX thing on the planet. And here goes Jing, continuing that train of thought. He's looking to battle and brawl, maybe get some confidence back. He's definitely had a bit of a rough map so far, but I don't think anybody's doubting that he can turn it around.
Yeah, that was his 3rd kill so far. Push up from something, good space taken. Turret not watching this angle, and it's left open for a moment. He has the timing. He has it perfectly, and he's not greedy. Just taking the one and backing off, holding the position now. Trent and Icy, the last 2 standing, and it looks like PRX have really found themselves a way back into this series, back into this map, more importantly. 5th soon to come on the board with this firing squad waiting for them. And it's nice and easy, just leaving Trent, just a Sheriff, and if he wins this one, PRX may just walk off the stage. 10-5.
The craziest shotgun plays, no, the craziest shotgun play I've ever seen. Question now is, how far does that go?
Forsaken certainly not afraid. And you mentioned about the confidence. It's a big factor. Something certainly has it. Already going up aggressive on A. He's got backup. Prowler coming around, spotting a player close left, and he decides to back off. Yeah, this is a wise choice, knowing there could be a swing coming out from both directions. Can't see someone like Jing slow it down, even after a couple of bad rounds. Well, more than a couple. This Neon, he needs to be taking space, and he's done just that. Now they can start to rotate to the other side of the map. They'll be a little bit late, and Mindfreak seems to be just conceding the control.
Forsaken's knife not yet back online. He's put the fragment in, but it's only going to deny them the close corner. I think they're going to have to give this one up. Again, looking to play the retake. Plant. Not going to be denied just yet, as they wait patiently for everybody to arrive.
Taking the leaf out of G2's book. PRX on the way in, and up he goes, but Jing not landing the shot. The trade is good nonetheless. He causes the chaos. Trent, though, manages the recovery, and Jonah P's there to help out. Forsaken, now the last man standing, misses the jump up top, or maybe he intended to stay below. He almost caught Trent off guard.
Again, though, financially, PRX after the round, they won off pistols. Economically going to be good. That looked close, but no cigar.
Just a hair away, but it's enough. PRX don't claim the early advantage. G2 stacked up and ready to blitz out of this choke point. If they go for it, they could be in trouble. You've got Jing and Mindfreak ready to exact vengeance on them. Instead, the spike is shifting towards the B side. A bit of a split with some going C where they know that there's an op. You have to imagine there'll be deep utility used here to push them off the angle. Indeed, it's going to be the Prowler sent through, and it's caught him up close, got the op shot out. Now they've claimed the angle on the side of G2, but is the spike going towards B? I mean, Leaf's already taken the space. The door's open. Nightfall goes through. It's a confusing one for PRX to read, and if they had an IGL, he'd be panicking about now. Forsaken, under pressure, manages the one, but they need a little bit more, and it's something in Jing to deliver.
That leaves Valen alone. First goes his way. Now he can back out of there. Has the spike in his hand. They know exactly where he is, and something well, a little best thing that could have happened for PRX, because it means that financially, again, G2 are in trouble.
Up reposition this time, playing on the A site to allow PRX to push up on C and take that space. Problem is they can't commit to so many players on Mound because they have to go back to clear B. That leaves Jing isolated when the fight comes down. G2 able to take that pick for free. And now well, the world's their oyster. They can take it where they want. Turret's still covering their back, but it's about to be out of range. Looks like commitment to the C site, and it certainly is. Straight through his Icy. Has Showstopper to use, but not anymore. Mindfreak keeping control over the back. He's lit down by the spams and has to be a bit more passive now. The rest of his team on the rotation. 2 stack up on B and 1 further, but they don't know that the snake in the grass yet again, the Viper down below, is on his way. And he's just wrapping for free. It could be an easy kill. He's gone into the smoke, though. A moment of solace for Mindfreak, but he doesn't expect there to be a player there. Forsaken's blindsided, and Mindfreak low on the site will struggle to stop this plant.
He's trying his best.
30 seconds
At least
left.
one comes up for Divine. Now the time is ticking. This brings things back to even. It's whether or not they want to try and use the Viper's pit, but it might make it tougher to plant. Another one for Mindfreak. Leaf tagged desperately low. It has to be Trent. It needs to be him to try and get something done. And what, 15 seconds left. Plenty of players to find, and in fact, it's a man that... PRX are on that road to recovery. Now, the ultimates weren't used by G2, so they still have them going into this round. Viper's Pit, Showstopper, but they built up on the other side as well. A matchup that, if PRX can win, they really are getting to the point where they're back in the game. An immediate teleport. Valorant, I was about to say, if he sticks that, that's a bold attempt. Instead, though, it was just used to give them the information. Nightfall used fairly early, but Jonah P's lurk caught by something.
Yeah, who could have guessed Jonah P would be lurking in this game? Seems something certainly hit the nail on the head. Now the steps are heard leaving the B site, although, okay, the knife gets thrown through, so Forsaken knows there's someone outside B. He'll stick in position. C site, 3 players just outside it. They had success, 3 kills in the last round off just spamming the wall and denying the plant. Looks like they're not going for that this time. Instead, it's Jing running around the nade for Forsaken, and Jing steps right into it. He is farming them up. And on 9 HP, Brave to use this ult through a smoke.
Okay.
And Leaf
1v1.
now has a real chance. 1v1 against the Op. This round was looking done. It looked like it was already in the bag, and instead, there is going to be a challenge. The Op not going to be the best for spamming through that wall. Something has to hope that he'll find an angle. Leaf knows once this ult goes off, he has time to get the plant in. He's going for it. Something's wild, spams, perhaps no. He's instead going to close the distance, keep the element of surprise up his sleeve, and try to isolate this man. Caught scoping in. It's a big danger, but he's picked the right angle. It's not over yet for PRX. They pushed up to 8.
It's just a back and forth. It feels like they've pulled G2 in. He comes about, but a lot more is needed. It's so aggressive. Already, immediately, taking control towards that C site. It's left something alone. This could actually be the bigger problem for them. He's going to manage to dodge, but they're trying to pressure. With a low buy, looking to get as close as they can. He's repositioned, but the shots are missed. He's now somewhat stuck in the mud, and they're waiting for that rotation to come back in. Shots connecting. Icy bound, another one, and he goes for even more. And not even needing that showstopper when he's got the pistol in hand.
Trent's behind as well. He was biding his time on B, and there's no way they expect him to be here at this stage. He's recovered a rifle, and it's the freest kill of his life with Jing down and out. What a way to push up to 12 from G2, a round that seemed like they wouldn't have a chance in. They had nothing but pistols for the most part, and here they are. Just Devi, 1 against 4. A Viper's Pit to fight through. Icy, who's popping off everyone on rifles, bar Jonah P, who doesn't give a damn inside his pit, and a showstopper just for good measure. This is a disastrous outcome. And sure, he takes down 1, but that matters little to G2 right now. A 3K for Icy.
Be back on the board for PRX in this round. It's been a huge part of what they have. Jing, he's gone as well.
And the showstopper's active, but Mindfreak's up top. No one was close enough to trade him out. Big swing from Devi as well. They'll double up on it. PRX now with the advantage. They punish the early rubble control. And the response seems to be to take it the other direction. The steps are heard as Valen moves up towards B main. They know that he's on his way here, and something is more than ready to execute him. But Valen starts to run back. Timing for something isn't great because the turret's still there. It's going to catch him and give the information. They know that push has come through, but it does get the rotation to the C site.
But that's the thing. If he doesn't peek that, it will have actually been a perfect stack up for them on the C site. Now G2 can call into question, okay, if he's pushed up, they know it's not B. They know the fake that we sold isn't going to be there. Forsaken under pressure, but he can't afford to give the game away here. And well, with now already they've lost one. This is an awkward fight to take. He's just about going to make it around the corner.
Trent is so smart. He throws the reveal and then just swings it, knowing that they're probably going to go for the peak. Nightfall goes through in the back of that. Forsaken catches Valen, though. A huge kill. But with the Nightfall hitting, Trent takes his moment to go for the flank, moving around through heaven, sees that it's clear. Now you know that the defender spawn is not where they're coming from. It refocuses Leaf. He's now looking towards the water, where he's already heard Mind Freak, TP across, waiting for the steps, and he's turned at the wrong moment. A free kill. Trent now has to do it all. He's pulled out multi-kills so many times in the past, and the first is his, but he's going to swing in and deny that defuse. Not this time. 12-9.
To purchase once more. And no surprise, we're seeing a push-up on A.
Yep, they've had success taking it. Mind Freak alongside Jing. Forsaken early knife for info on C, and the aggression from something successful, at least in the last round, for the information. First fight doesn't go their way. Mound control given over to the side of G2. Orb to be taken. 2 away now from a lockdown, and the push-up on A. The slide in from Jing is gorgeous. Jonah P didn't stand a chance.
It's got to be infuriating. The amount of times he's been picked off by an operator pushing him. And now, Jing sliding into position. The B site looks to be the point of contention. Smokes out, paranoia, utility, but there seems to be a point where they might look to just push through this? I didn't expect that. Now Icy has managed to put down 2. It's not the play you expect to see with the Odin. And now Mind Freak's gone as well. The perfect combo. It's left onto the man who started this comeback. Forsaken, 1v4.
Devastating round. Let's see if he can do it. And no, immediately shut down. G2, 13-8 and 13-9. They were the better team here today. And the man on your screens, ice cold with it. This guy is unbelievable. His raise popped off, but you got to commend G2. They look like such a clean machine on the server. This is someone that and anyone in this tournament should be scared to face.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think coming into this group, there was a lot of doubt about who would be making it through, but I think most, if not everyone, should have looked at G2 as the favorites. This team has been on an upward trajectory all the way through the year, ever since making it in. For PRX, hey, they woke up towards the end. We started to see the team that we wanted to see throughout this series, but it was just a little bit too late. And those individuals on the other side, the team cohesion, there was everyone needed to sort of fight versus the side of PRX. And yeah, I think if you look at most teams, maybe you can think of, okay, this is their weakness, this is a weak link. But G2 right now, I'm stumped. It's up to their next opponent to try and work it out.
Yeah, someone's going to be losing sleep trying to answer that question, because this team doesn't seem to have a weakness when it comes down to players or approach. They just seem so far ahead. And I got to say, I am impressed by what I saw today and every facet of it. Icy blew me away with some of his performances. Jonah P, that man, he needs to be studied. He needs to be studied. I want to know what he ate, what he did in the morning. What's his